Hey guys, we've just finished day two. Day one after my circumcision, but day two of being circumcised. And today's been really good. When I finished my video last night, there was a couple of things that I was like, oh, I forgot to talk about that. So we'll start with them and then we'll get to how today's been. So number one, going to the toilet. Doctor said it, but just good advice. Sit down when you pee. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory why, but just things might be a bit tender and, how it's bandaged or whatever, you can't guarantee it's going to go in like a straight stream, so just sit down. It's just easier. Number two is swelling. So when the doctor finished circumcising me yesterday and he was wrapping it up and he was showing me how to wrap it up, my right side was a lot more swollen than my left, and the doctor said that he thought it was like a local anesthetic, and that once the local anesthetic had been absorbed and drained out, that the swelling should be equal on both sides. The other thing is that when he bandages it, you will have a lot of swelling. Like your glands will be very swollen, and then you'll have like a bandage that will be quite tight. Well, mine is quite tight, and then beneath that, like the rest of your shaft is going to be quite swollen and quite puffy. That's very normal. Yeah. And sleeping, I sleep on my side. I think I've spoken about this maybe in my first video, but I actually didn't have trouble sleeping last night. I think I was a bit nervous about sleeping, so I woke up a couple of times, but not from like erections or pain or discomfort or anything like that. I just was a light sleeper. Although, a bit of self-control is required though. So this morning when I woke up early because my body clock, I just sort of lied in bed and was half dreaming, and I started having a little bit of like a sex dream, and I felt some blood rushing to my penis, and I was like, no, we are not doing that. Like, we are not having erections, we are not having sexy thoughts. So you just need to be a bit mindful of that. And yeah, so so the other thing I want to say is just that everyone's experiences are obviously different and slightly different and varied from each other. So when me and my friend who took me to my operation yesterday, when we were coming back, we dropped by Macca's to get something to eat because I hadn't eaten for a few hours. And while we were there, we were just talking and waiting for our food, and I started doing like a little bit of like a boogie and a little bit of a dance because we were talking about music. And he got very aggressively frustrated at me in terms of like his tone. He was like, no, don't do that. Like, don't dance, don't sing. You're going to use your core muscles, and that's going to, rip stitches and create more blood and oozing and things like that. I sing all the time. Like, it's just how I get through the day. And I haven't had any of those problems. That might be different when the pressure bandage comes off, and I might nurse that a little bit more. But the things that he was really worried about for me haven't really been a problem. He was very much of the thing that like I should take the next 2 weeks off and just lie down on the couch and not do anything, and that I need like a really long series, like 7 or 8 seasons to watch and binge and get through, and that's the only way I'm going to get through this. Like today in my apartment, I was waiting for people to come and do things, and I've been able to move around my apartment quite freely. It's almost midnight, and at like 4:30, 5 o'clock this afternoon, I've been wearing like my underwear and my pajama bottoms all afternoon, and I was like, actually, like, everything's feeling quite comfortable. Like, nothing's really sore. I haven't taken any padding for today. Like, I guess it's more just like a bit of discomfort, and that's from the swelling. Like, I can feel that that's all it is. It's just from the swelling. And so I was like, well, I'm just gonna see. So I actually got rid of my underwear and went commando just with my pajama bottoms, which they're soft and they're lightweight. They're not that aggravating. And like, I've been good all afternoon. I haven't needed to like sit down and make a circus tent around my penis or anything like that. So having said that, there might be some people who go home and you do have those problems that like you know are very sore and extremely sensitive, and and you do need something. I'm definitely wearing underwear like to sleep, and I'm wearing it when I'm going out for the next like 2 months. Like I'm not letting anything interrupt this healing. I still want to try because usually I do go commando where I'm just in regular everyday wear. But I just figured that like this is soft, so why not just try it? Yeah, but definitely when I wear like regular clothes, like when I'm going out, like tomorrow I'm going to meet a friend for coffee on her work break, I think. So when I go out, I'm definitely wearing underwear. It's definitely going to be soft clothes, and we're going to take it really easy. But we'll just see how we go. Even with like the singing thing, like I sing to get through the day, but I'm not like belting my face off. I'm just, singing to myself. But even he was like really worried about that. I think maybe his recovery was just a bit of a bad experience because all the things that he was worried about, especially immediately post-op, I haven't experienced any of those things. I still am quite swollen, especially around like my shaft and a little bit in my glands. But that's sort of it. I don't think I really have much to tell you guys today. Like I said, I haven't used the padding fort. I have used the Sudafed. I've got myself like a daily regime now. So I'm taking one in the morning when I wake up, then one like mid-afternoon, like 3 o'clock or so, and then one just before I go to bed. Just to sort of tide me over. I feel like that's providing a nice coverage. And during the day, I'm just being very aware and careful not to arouse myself or get excited or anything like that. So I created a separate Twitter account that has no porn on it. That is all just world events and singers that I like to follow, and that's about it. And that seems to be doing the trick. But yeah, that's my update. So yeah, day 1 post-circumcision. There we go. I don't think I'll do a video tomorrow. My next one will probably be on Friday, which will be the 24th of April. And that'll be when my bandage comes undone, and I'll tell you guys a bit about that. All right. Good day, good evening. All right, bye guys.